just kind of busy a little bit.
Well, busy is good because, I mean, to think about the fact that, look, I mean, you have been doing this for over 25 years. There are younger people who don't get as many gigs as you do.
Yeah.
And at your age, you're still getting gigs. You're about to release a new album that's going to blow us all away. How do you do it?
You know, I think it boils back down to discipline.
Right. That's a good one.
Yeah, because everything we need to be disciplined around it. Because, you know, music is a gift, and when it's given to you, it means that you have to use it well. Because everything is in conformity with whatever that is happening around us. So when musically you are inclined with that, then it means that you have to do your best as possible to, you know, express, because you are giving out information.
Right.
You know, people are going to respond to whatever that you sat down to do, you know, by putting sounds together to make sense. You know, that. So,
discipline is key, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think that you have done a fantastic job disciplining yourself. Look at you. You look good for your age. I don't know how old you are, but anybody anywhere would say you are probably 32 years old, and you will still pass for it. And you're still doing what you're doing with a lot of you know, I mean, I don't even know what word to use, but you still do it and do it so well.
Exactly.
We can't even look out for the flaws because it's still perfect, it's still on point. And of course, you have also decided that, look, yes, it is high life music, but I've also created my own kind of music that I want to call Simgwadu. Why did you decide to do that?
Because everything in this world is creativity. That's what it's based upon. We are so many people in this world. Everybody has something. I come, you know, with the talent of music. There's somebody at maybe somewhere, Ashama, with the talent of music and all that. So putting all these things together, it's something that you have to look within, you know, and ask yourself, what is my contribution to this world? And what am I going to do? Because life itself is a gift.
Right.
So if it's given to you, you have to use it.
Properly,
Yeah, exactly. So these are some of the things that I keep on asking myself. Sometimes I stand in front of the mirror, you know, look at myself and I say, Mr. Ambolley, what are you doing? You know, so what is the next move?
Right.
You know, I mean, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
And when you keep on asking yourself these questions, the answers, because everything is cause and effect.
Right.
The moment the causes go, the effect, you know, will bring back the answers. So these are some of the things that have been keeping me alive. Because looking at myself and where I started, where I've been, and where I am now, there are a whole lot of things that I have done, but there are whole also yet to be done.
Yet to be done. Well, speaking about where you've come from and where you're going to, then you'll probably take me to, you know, the story of Ambolley. Maybe for the benefit of our listeners who don't know where you started and where you started from.
Yeah.
You know, you have to probably go ahead and tell us where it all began.
You know, Sekandi is a place. And it's a twin city, so it's called Sekandi Takoradi.
Right.
Yeah. But the good thing about that place is that it's a port city. So the seamen leave, go to other countries, come back with whatever they're going to be bringing with them. So when they come back, some of them come with records. Some of them come with, there was a record playing machine called Grundig. You know, they'll come and they make parties with that.
Right.
And when they come back, we'll come back with music like James Brown's and Wilson Pickett's and Stevie Wonder's and all them kind of.
And that was what you grew up listening to?
Yeah, and aside from the music that I was hearing from home, you're talking about the Broadways, you know, the Weavers, the Skylarks, the CK Mans, the E.T. Masons, and because, you know, that time radio was playing mostly music that was created from here.
Right.
Because bands were recording.
Live shows,
shows, yeah. So it gave us room to be able to sit down and analyze in between what we have and what is coming from outside.
Right.
But I got to know right from the beginning that whatever that is coming from outside derived out of here in Africa. Right. It means that they took it away from here. So the source is here. So what are you going to do? And studying the music scene a little bit, I saw that dance music, there are two things in dance music that puts everybody together on the floor.
Right.
Back in the days, if you go to dances and things like that, they have different forms of music that they play. Some they played ballroom, sometimes the quick step, slow foxtrot, cha-cha-cha, and all that. But if they are playing these forms of music, you must know how to dance to those music.
Right.
Otherwise, you just sit down because you don't know how to dance to it.
Right.
But the moment high life is played, everybody jumps to the floor,
Yeah.
irrespective of what, because it's a freedom of expression. So looking into that, I said, okay, then that's what I'm going to base my music upon.
Right.
That's why sometimes you hear me, Savannah, Savannah, and then the play to the man, they say, the man, Savannah, or horse, Mamma, or the man, Muka, on me, banking. Mamma, then the man, Jimmy, Charm, my uncle, Porter, say that he's Savannah, king. You know, so I said, okay, and I saw that the rapid service is something that came from here.
Right.
It's not something that came from outside.
No.
Because when a deba is being held, and the linguist, when the king is coming, the accolade that he gives to the king, these are all raps. So I looked back and said, wow, I found a platform, and that's what I'm going to use. Any style of my music is going to come out of this platform.
At what age did you decide that you were going to do music?
In the course of my elementary school, I saw that I liked music, because apart from listening to what the seamen would bring, there were also radios that were doing, like the Voice of America, doing American jazz music and all that. So I was surrounded by all these.
Right.
And one time, with my classmates, we went to and saw a public movie and things like that. And in the course of that public movie, a dance band was shown. And all my classmates, Ambolley. So it looks like even them saw it from the beginning. So that motivated me to say, okay, all right, that's a mark right there.
Right.
And there was bands in secondary, railway band, Broadway band, and I was going to them because I wanted to know what the cadences of music, the chordal structures and all that. I mean, how are you?
And when you went to them, were you going to just visit and, watch what they were doing, or you just went there wanting to sing?
I went there because my first instrument was the guitar.
All right.
So there was a man, the late Bob Agri, he's a guitar player for a Broadway band. And I used to go there, watch the rehearsals. And after that, I will approach Bob Agri, and Bob Agri would take me into his room. And he would start playing music like Nat King Cole's and all that. Because he saw a young boy, getting that. Yeah,
you were eager to learn.
Yeah, and he was happy with that. And he started teaching me, telling me where the groups are, the names of the groups and the guitar structures and all that. And very luckily I met another guitar player called Tricky Johnson. He was the man who put me up.
Right.
Because Tricky used to play with E.T. Mesa.
Right.
And he came back in second year and formed his own band.
Right.
And they said they wanted a vocalist. So I went and I told him, yeah, I can sing.
And at that time, had he taught you how to play the guitar already?
That time I was,
Still learning.
Learning because they showed me the four chords on the guitar, right, being the C, D minor, F, 7th, and F, and the G 7th, anything like that. So when I went, he said, what song can you sing? That time, Ray Charles, What I Say, I said, yeah, I can sing what I say. It was because of the C-Man. They used to play it and we hear it.
Right. So you knew the lyrics.
I knew the lyrics. Then he started.
Look at him. He's adding all the beats to it.
Yeah, Then they came, hey, mama, when you treat me right, come on, let me get all that long. Hey. Why, when I finished, he said, go, come back the next day.
Wow.
I said, that one.
How old were you then?
I think I was about 18.
18. And what did your parents have to say about that situation? Because then you probably should have been in school.
Yes, but when I finished with my elementary school, I did not continue because my senior brothers were all going to secondary schools and all that. But I saw in me that music was going to be my contribution.
Right.
So I went straight into that. When I finished my elementary school, apart from Bebo Bagre, Tricky Johnson, Ebo Taylor, all of them came through and all that. So there was a band called Railway Band in Second B, and I joined the Railway Band. And
that was it.
That was my exercises and all that. And I met Samilati too. Samilati did some voice training with me, and he taught me the rudiments of music as well. So, I was learning from left, left, right, back and forth and all that. And it was very helpful because when I entered into the music, I started to thinking of compositions. And that's why I started, so okay, because these are some of the things that we're doing back home with my classmates.
Yeah, they were games you used to play and sing along.
Yeah. So I said, that's okay, all right. And I saw that high life is the basics of all music, every dance music in the world.
Yeah, the beats are there.
Yeah.
The 4 beats are there.
Yeah. Wow. And we have the male and we have the female. The male is ta 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 ta. The female is pa 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 ta 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 pa pa ta 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 ta.
Oh, for the first time now I've learned the fact that there was male and female. I only knew the male part.
There you go. So there's male and female.
I see.
Because
thanks for the lesson.
Yeah, everything there's always positive and I based my music upon. And when I wanted to compose that music about the bullfoot and all that. There was a song that was done by the Temptations. It's called Cloud 9. And the bass line was going dun 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 dun. I said, okay, that's good.
You like the bass line?
Yeah. So I started incorporating. So dun 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 dun.
The 4 beats are right there.
I want to tell you pretty baby. So that was the mixture.
Right.
Before it come her bodies, her mama stomach. So that was the combination.
Right.
And it worked very, very, very well.
And it has worked up till now because then, that beat has just not left you.
Yes. Because these are the kind of beats that younger ones are using right now.
Yeah.
When you hear these rappers, every time you hear ta 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 in the air, it's all there.
Can you remember? Maybe we probably want to back step a little bit. Can you remember any of the first big gigs that you played and who you played with?
In Ghana here, I played some gigs in connection with those that took the lead in music before me. Because CK Man them. Ebo Taylor Dam, and me and Ebo Taylor also, we formed a band called Apija Show Band. Right. And we started doing our own compositions and all that. So in Ghana here, I was running apart with, because they knew of my music, they liked me, and I liked them, I gave them respect and everything. So in mingling with them, it wasn't any that kind of problem. But my gig that made me to know that, yes, I've worked well, was at the Apollo Theater.
Oh, wow.
In New York.
Yeah, because not too many people get to perform there.
I'm telling you. And get into Apollo Theater and, when you enter into Apollo Theater, if you look on the wall, you see different, those that have already performed over there.
Right.
So you see James Brown, you see Wilson Big, you see Steve Wonder, you see Michael Jackson, you see Luther Vandross, you see all of them. I said, man, tonight's going to be the night.
How old were you then? Do you remember?
Yeah, I think it was about, I think about 28.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's still early in your years.
Yeah. I said, that man, tonight's going to be the night.
But how was that concert, by the way?
There was a lady at Howard University, and she was also working with promoters and all that. So she saw my band play, and he said, oh, yeah, it would be good you introduce kind of music at Apollo. Right. So she was the one who did the introduction and everything for me to go and perform there. And I'm telling you, when I got on the stage, I looked at myself on the stage. You know, there's a cut down tree that by the corner that people always
you got to tap it.
Yeah, you got to tap it. So I did my tapping. You know, I said, man, tonight is the night. You know,
you got to give me that spirit to do it well.
I'm telling you. So I got there then. Every other artist performs one music and lead for the next one. You know? So I started one of my music. And then you see that they were, you know, the African Americans, they were in the groove. Then two African American ladies, they jumped on the stage. Then they started doing with me. I mean, when I was doing the similar, they trying to follow the steps and things like that. And the whole place was so when we ended the song, then I looked at the face. I know when we ended the song, I asked the audience, "Do you want more?" They said, "Yeah." Then I looked at the face of the promoter. You know, it's okay, go ahead. Then I put Abrente Music Simano. I put, oh man, the whole place was here. I said, oh, thank God. Because for this to happen, not even playing one song and leave, but playing two songs at a go. Yeah. Whereby the reception coming from the audience, I say, America, here I come. So that has been very dear to me.
Right, that's nice. Yeah. And would you say that you were the first to have performed at the Apollo Theatre, at least the first from Ghana to have performed there, or do you think that there had been other people before you?
Looking back, because my performance was around 91. I don't know. Though when I was reading about Willie Cheatham, Willie Cheatham was a singer with the Hulu band. He's in England right now. But he said that there was a group with him, Eddie Kwanzaa, trumpet and all that. They performed also at Apollo Theatre.
Oh, so there probably would have been some Ghanaians who had performed there, maybe as a band or a group before you did.
Yeah, exactly.
It's acceptable.
And they did that with Johnny Nash.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, but mine single-handedly, anyway.
Yes, of course. I mean, hey, we'll give that to you. You know what? Let's take a music break from Ambolley. He's my co-host for the morning, and we're just hearing about it.